I want to go beyond Trump's gag rule, just the latest in a series of attacks on reproductive rights here in the United States, as 28 states, more than half the states, consider legislation to ban or restrict abortion in various ways. Among the slew of strategies are trigger bans to make abortion completely illegal in a state should Roe v. Wade be overturned, and 6-week abortion bans. Earlier this month, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine signed into law a 6-week abortion ban, what some call the fetal heartbeat bill. It bans abortions once a fetal heartbeat can be detected, something that typically happens just 6 weeks into a pregnancy before many women even realize they're pregnant. The bill does not include exceptions for cases of rape or incest. A similar law set to take effect in Mississippi in July, while judges have for now blocked these 6-week bills from going into effect in Kentucky and Iowa. Can you talk more about this? And I know that you at Planned Parenthood don't like to refer to these 6-week abortion bans as fetal heartbeat bills, and if you can explain why.
Well, I'm a doctor and a scientist, and I have to call it as it is. And what it is, what these bills are essentially a ban on all abortions. Because at 6 weeks, most women don't even know that they're pregnant. And we've seen this year 16 states introduce bans on abortions as early as 6 weeks. And we need to call out how extreme these bans are. The bill that passed in Georgia is expected to be signed by the governor any day now, allows the state to investigate women for miscarriages. In Alabama, there is a bill that would impose a Class A felony on doctors, sentencing doctors who perform abortions to up to 99 years in prison. There was a bill in Texas that failed, but that bill would impose a death penalty, capital punishment, the death penalty for women who seek abortion care. And more than 300 people came to testify in favor of this bill that would impose the death penalty on women. If there's any doubt about what's happening around the country, we just have to look at the legislation that's been introduced this year and what politicians, these anti-women's health politicians, are saying about it. They are saying blatantly, boldly, that what they're trying to do is to overturn Roe versus Wade. They want for these extreme bills to make their way up to the Supreme Court to overturn Roe. And that's what's at stake here. What's at stake is the right to safe, legal abortions. And we know what happens when that right is taken away because we have the examples around the world, and we know what happened in the U.S. pre-Roe, which is that thousands of women died. And we cannot go back to that time. And that's why Planned Parenthood is fighting back with everything that we have. We are opposing these rules. We've fought back many of these bad bills. And we're also working with our champions across the country to protect and expand the right to reproductive health care. Because we know that reproductive health care and women's health care must be treated as what they are, which is health care, and that the vast majority of the American people support women making their own health care decisions, not politicians telling women and families what we should be doing with our health and our bodies.